Hey, hey, good evening. Excuse me, earlier this morning, I spoke with you all in reference to quite a few things. It's really late night. It's really late right now. Get some water. Kadoosh. Don't you hate it when you lotion your hands and it's really difficult for you to open up things? I hate it. Nice. Okay. Um, so where we left off was I was announcing and I was addressing Danielle's older brother record and how there are lies and whatnot made about me, but the people who are spreading these lies live a certain lifestyle behind the scenes and hang out with certain people. Now I understand that we all have different type of walks of life. And so I don't mind people's colorful background or colorful lives. Like I really don't. It's when you happen to judge somebody off of something that you're doing. And then what's even worse is that you have to make up a lie about somebody and yet you're hanging out with somebody who does either the same thing or worse. So, as somebody who's literally been minding her business, going to school and working, focusing on herself and just literally just doing all good things. All good things within reason where I just, I need to just focus on me and do my own thing. And I've been doing that for years. Years. Uh, so it's very insane and crazy, but I understand why people do it. They do it because they exploit off of me, they copy off of me. So at the end of the day, no matter what kind of lies you say about me, it's just like, okay, now let's circle it back to the truth. Like, that's what you want to say about me, but let's go back to the truth. So it's just like, call it out for what it is. People will say things or talk about what is it, my credit score. And I'm like, that's or something superficial to that nature. Like they'll either make up lies about me or they'll say things about me and leave out context. So they could say, oh, she has they could say, oh, she has a bad credit score, but they won't say the part where they've been financially abusing me. They've stolen my identity. They've took out loans in my name without my permission, of course. They've impersonated me and decided to like hack my phones, hack my accounts, withdraw money from my accounts. There's different multiple activities that go under financial abuse and they've done it. They have done it. So to make a joke about something like that or to try to criticize me off of something that they've done, like their abuse is like really like stupid on their part, pardon me. Oh my news. Um yeah. Oh my goodness. I think part of me I had to I didn't have to, but it's raining, it's thundering and lightning outside and my cats they get really skittish. So they needed like cuddles and whatnot like that. And they have been shedding because they get a little like sometimes they shed more than usual, especially when they're spooked. So I have hair on my face. And my allergies are haywire because I'm allergic to my cats. So yeah. I'm not gonna get rid of them. I've had them for so long, so I'm not gonna get rid of them. They're mine. All right, now back to what I was saying. Because there are a few things before I log off here and do my work, do some homework. Wait a minute. Okay, so right now we're actually up and we're coming up to so I just wanted to finish the part where I was talking about with what's her face? The whole Derek thing. So yeah, with Derek and the government and that whole spiel, that part obviously true. And I showed you like we were just going walking down everything together about like what was going on. So if you're on here where it says New Jersey courts, there we go. Oh my God, sorry beans. It was just like it was so annoying. Just trying to like get you guys to see it earlier. So New Jersey courts, press search to continue. Press search to continue. Then go to I accept. Then you're gonna select name. And then you're gonna put DEREK. And then you're gonna put SAUNDERS. And then you're gonna do select all. And then you're gonna do 11 dash their birthday, because when I had showed you guys before, I had showed you guys on Twitter the birthday, which was November 1st / 1982. Now this is public knowledge and this is a public domain, so this is okay for me to put this information down. Especially when allegations have been made about myself and a smear campaign and a bunch of lies been said in order to taint my character and abuse me. So yes, 11/1/1982. Pardon me, it's cat hair. Go up here. Oh my gosh, it's allergies. I'm telling you, babes. ZKE6NF search. Okay, and so I was gonna show you things like if you see mines would just have a bunch of parking tickets, but I actually have to pay. So yeah, there's a failure to have inspection, like it's the small stuff. Failure to observe traffic control, resisting arrest, eluding officer from effecting arrest, any menace to the health of inhabitants of municipal courts. This one was January 25th, 2012. Any menace to the health of inhabitants of municipal court, like down here, you would see. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I literally saw like the longest stray of hair. I hate when that happens because my eyes are big, so that stuff gets into my eyes too. It is so annoying. So we're gonna go into the second page. Sorry, it takes a while. Endangering. Okay, so this one was in 2014, and it got before it was open because he hadn't yet paid it. But obviously, when you're hacking my computer and stuff like that, you start trying to take care of things. Oh my gosh, I swear to beans. Can you see that? Oh, no. It's just like y'all. It's hair flying around because this is like I share a room with them. Like this right here is like the little cat tree. So oh my gosh, it's ridiculous. So you can just go into here. And there's obstructing the administration of law or government function and distributing on or near school property. So we're just going to view that. View the endangering, abuse, neglect / sexual acts to child. Oh, look at this. Now, I didn't know any of this stuff until after people were over here making up motherfucking lies about myself. So of course, I wanted to try to see. I'm like, okay, look, if you're gonna try to make up lies about me, let me tell the truth about you. So that's when I had to do my own fucking research in regards to these people. Okay, so I did a recall date, but he did pay for it. Um, he did make the payment, and thank goodness I had printed it out. Time payment. It was paid for, so I have that information. Mm, yeah. Let's see, surrender. No. Well, here's the thing though. It's just like, okay, so this part was in 2014 and he paid and he started making payments on it um last year. And the thing about that is the pictures that you have next to your brother were relatively new, right before I like cut you off, and then after I had cut you off. I'm talking about, the ex friend who's been just doing nothing but like slandering and making up a whole bunch of ish about me, lies. And so the thing is, I don't know, like you go up and down about like all these lies from here to Timbuktu, and the relatives and everybody else who you associated with, they've obviously get a cut of money from exploiting me. So um they're gonna do their part too to try to take my character because again, I cut off everybody. I've been to the point where it's like, oh, I'm not gonna talk to you, and then like you make up. But that was in my 20s. It was in my 20s, maybe even my early 30s. But it was just like yo, like y'all skating on thin ice. I started cutting off like deading people, right? I mean, in my 20s, and it just became easier after that. It really had. It became a lot easier after that. So when people think that, oh, like, yeah, we can be friends again and this, that, here, and the third. No, no, we cannot. No, we cannot. And I will explain that later. But I just wanted to show you that because I don't hold on. Did you even see this? Hold on, let's go. Where say yeah. So here it is. Here's your name. Remember, I had said November 1st. The birthday on here is November 1st, 1982. And they had changed on the white pages because it went from November 1st, 1982 to November to 11/11, 1982 because they wanted to like I'm telling you because the government and stuff like that wanted to like switch it up and change the information. They are pocketing things. Oh, I also have things from my cousin, the mayor aide, like emails in which I was like asking for assistance because like I'm having like, neighbors being really funny but like harassing me, and then I have issues with, my system information being hacked, and people are literally pretending like they didn't know what was going on and being like, "Oh yeah, sure, I'll help you," and all the whole time that they were over here like in on it. Disgusting. Nonetheless, yeah, hold on. It says endangering abuse. Oh, excuse me. Endangering abuse, neglect, sexual acts of child. So this girl was over here like, hanging around like a pedophile, like pedophilia and this and here and the third. And I always wondered like why, um, you couldn't have the kids around certain people. And I was just like, or when the kids would act like a little funny around like certain people. And I'm just like, oh, I didn't think anything of it. I mean, I myself, had my experience as a child though, but I never put two and two together because everybody was just so smiley and fake over there. So I honestly, I didn't think anything of it. And I didn't look into any of this until maybe I think like a couple years later. And I was like, yo, it's wild. I have to look at the date of when I had printed when I had printed this information out because that's when I found out. And I think it's about like last year. Yeah. April 20 April 24th, 2022. So this is when I started finding out more information, like the mom, Doreen Saunders, Doreen Saunders up here, which is her mom. Theft by deception. This was a long time ago, 1994. So I wanted to, be transparent about that. But it is like everybody's lying about like stealing, stealing identities or things of that nature. And that's insane. That's crazy. So when you see, oh, and that's the same thing on Marquita's side too, where her family, uh, um, my dad, excuse me, Mark Mapp's brother used his name to try to get out of being locked up, but then he got locked up and he used Mark's name and got in trouble. So like that was a on on Mark's record, but then they had got that like expunged. And Sabrina, which is Marquita's mother, she had got like duplicitous acts too. So like it's not unfamiliar to these people to steal identities. It's not. So when you see somebody literally copying my material, just know that they got it honest. I mean, not like they were giving it to not like they got it honestly, but it was just like, yo, like this, you are a product of your environment, but you still didn't have the fucking responsibility or maturity to just act for yourself or be yourself. You wanted to be corrupt too. It got you the things that you like to flaunt and whatnot like that in your adult life, because in your earlier life you didn't have those things. And I was in the kind of person who wanted my people, like anybody in my circle, to feel like left out. So like I would buy my friends gifts and one like that. And so for somebody to try to throw money in my face, I'm just like, like it's not doing the flex that you think it will. Um, well, that you were hoping for, because I grew up around money, even though my dad was broke. Like on my mom's side, like I grew up around money. Like we had something, and like I did have resources and privileges and access to certain things, and I never threw it in anybody else's face because I just didn't see, like I wasn't that kind of person. Still not that kind of person. So yeah, when people are just trying to like, oh, like, are you jealous now? Are you jealous now? Like, you look really fucking stupid, especially since how I met you was just like I never did that to you when you were younger. So this mis this projected hatred or resentment towards me is really fucking out of pocket. It was confusing and weird. It took me it I was taken aback initially, but now I'm just like utterly disgusted. And when you don't want to argue or compete with people who you cut off, then they'll try to, put up any type of like bullshit or distraction in order to make it seem like, you have a problem with them. And I'm just like, the only problem that I have is that you have to keep my name in your mouth to stay like fucking relevant, or for you to think that you're like you need to be even more important than how you than what you had to go through. No, not what you had to go through. The things that you did in order to get where you are right now are very duplicitous and disgusting, but it seems to be the trend nowadays, and people seem to be okay with. Honestly, I can understand scamming the government, but trying to scam people that were closer to you and trying to put them down and under is just, it's nothing honorable, respectable, or impressive about that. Some punk shit. It really is some punk shit. And I don't see that being like a long-term game. And whether you're here for a good time, a long time, that kind of energy is just like, well, maybe you should kind of worry about living that limited time doing something that you love, like honestly and truly living for yourself, because using it to hate on me and try to make me feel less than or not love myself is a fucking waste of time, because I love myself. Clearly, for you to have to devote so much of your time and energy in order to try to make me feel inferior to you is a fucking joke within itself. There will never be a day where I would think that, oh yeah, like you're better than me. I always saw the competition, and you always do try to one up me, like that, like you try, but it's just like at the end of the day, you still look like a joke because you were trying to make yourself a prize when you ended up looking like a horror. You expose yourself for what it is, and you ended up destroying people's past, present, and future. And I'm not just talking about mine. I'm talking about literally a lot of fucking people. And you did that like This is so fucking embarrassing. Like I would never, never, no matter what kind of like jokes you try to make about me, superficial or otherwise, and what other kind of lies you try to do, however you think that you can try to drag me is definitely going to fail in comparison to who you are and what you did in order to secure the spot that you had. And yet you can still not be happy with it because you're over here still having my name in your mouth and trying to like compete, compare, or trying to make a chocolate covered gold coin. Yeah, a chocolate covered foil wrapped um piece, making it seem like it's a real thing and it's not. Uh, this is really utterly like sad. The activities are sad, but you're pathetic. I just see you as pathetic. There's nothing to really like, give a fuck about. Speaking of which, like I'm in a mood where like, I'm just definitely looking more forward to opportunities that I've been securing and working towards. And no, I don't want to go into it further. But I do want to say this. Uh Definitely leave me out of like, oh, like, we have a relationship or a friendship or anything like that, because no the fuck we don't. Okay? No the fuck we don't. You've crossed me and I've cut you off, and it's been years since we ever had some type of like, community uh compassion for one of each other. Actually, no, excuse me. Whenever I had compassion for you, it was a long fucking time ago. Like now, I really don't care if you. I wouldn't say I wouldn't care, but I mean, I would like for you to go ahead and just unalive yourself. Because I'm like, it's just so fucking pathetic that you want to just like find yourself trying to like link to me in any type of way. It's really gross. It's really, really gross. It is. It's totally pathetic. So yeah, your pedophile siblings and your duplicitous siblings and mother and things like that. It's just like I stop it, Dobby. Dobby the elf. That's what you're. Oh my god, bro, Braham. I don't see myself reconnecting with certain individuals. So when they lie and say that, obviously they're trying to make it seem like, oh, they don't want anything to do with me, but they still have my name in their mouth and they still want to like try to talk about me or bring up stuff in the past for like no fucking reason. Um, speaking of which, I just wanted to say this: the way how they were able to secure a spot within the connections of the government was not only sleeping with government people, because you know when you're locked down, I've seen people just sleep with anybody, any fucking body. So I've heard the tales. Okay, I've heard the tales. Um, so she not only did that, but she used drugs too. So she had the connections, like again, the cocaine or what, distributing, with her brother and things of that nature. So right now in the background, there is a business going on that deals with drugs, and Trenton does have a record of catching one of the mayor's brothers or brother-in-law walking in the street in front of City Hall drugged out on cocaine. So that shit is insane. So and it was around that time. So that's what I'm saying. Like this is like the whole exploiting me, human trafficking, and the second and the third has been going on for over a decade. But I didn't know exactly what was going on until a few years later. And here we the fuck are, where a lot of people with titles and roles and seats of power are wanting me to be quiet because I see them as I see just a lot of this shit for what it is, which is basically pathetic people who had this god complex and was trying to like dominate and uh, do dick contests and about their little sizes and whatnot like that, trying to overthrow or show power over a woman. And the person who pretended to, portray as a friend oh, pardon me, was more than willing to try to throw me under the bus and sell me out for money that she's never had before, amounts of money that she's never had before in her life, and opportunities to just try to put me down. So she was like, that was an opportunity for her to take, and she took it. And yeah, that's nothing for me to be like, damn sure that's not a reason for me to want to, accept that kind of person back into my life for no reason whatsoever. And I don't want to accept somebody who's literally been sitting on their hands to try to tell me exactly what shit that I've already known. So yeah, I'm not looking to have a wigger. You know what wiggers are. I don't know if people still use that term. It's like white and then Nigger. Or but it's just like, that just seems like the flavor. That's not the flavor of the year for me. For the next for I mean, or for I don't think for my future. Um I'm just really looking. It's got to be one or the other. You feel me? Like I don't mind dating outside of the race. Like I'm open minded, but I just want to have somebody who's, I want a black guy. I want somebody who's genuinely coming from a good place, genuinely coming from a good place, and has a good head on their shoulders, and you know, like, yo, you work with me, I work with you, basically. So a black guy, a white guy. I don't want them. I don't want the middle. I don't want the middle. To each his own. I'm just saying. I don't want a wigger. I don't. I don't want. So it's really weird when because I haven't dated those in years. In fact, the last one I dated was somebody like several years ago who was pretending to still like date me, and I'm just like, ew, no, no, not wasting um like my celibacy on even on for you to taint my character and say that we have a relationship or something like that. Like that's disgusting. Please don't do that. Don't do that. So and even then when people were saying that they have a relationship with me even though we don't, I look forward to holidays because no, I won't be doing anything spectacular or awesome, but I just want to make it fucking clear that I will be like recording here and there or maybe recording often just as a reminder, like, look, you can put whatever you guys will try to put whatever you guys want to, as far as like, make up text messages or I don't know what the fuck you guys be doing, but I want to either do like lives at home or this, that, her, and the third. But it was just like, yo, I utterly don't fuck with you guys. So you are disgusting and a repellent. You repel me, like for real, for real. The more you kind of try to attach to me, this it just gets worse for you guys, and everybody should see it for what it is. And everybody does. A lot of people already does see it. Like you guys are really pathetic. And by y'all, I mean like my abusers. Like they're really fucking pathetic. It's really lowly, desperate. Like at a certain point, it doesn't even matter how much money a person has. It's like when they behave the way they behave, it's just like they're really not rocking anymore. They're really not. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, and that's pretty much it. So I wanted to do something also called the answer machine because I know that people do like go out of their way to kind of like interfere with my life and do things. And it's just like in order for me to think about them or to just know that they're around or for them to try to, pretend to be God or, they're having a bad day. So they want to take it out on me. And I'm just like, look, I see it for what it is. And obviously I'm the one that has more power than you, even though you're trying to like flex and um, trying to dominate the situation. You guys have done nothing but show me that how valuable I am. Even though you guys were making that money, but who are you making the money off of? Me. I am the talent. I am the one that's of value. You guys were the ones that exploited me. I'm the one that's doing all the fucking work. You were the guys who were trying to use political powers and whatnot like that try in order to exploit and abuse me. But really, I am the one that's of value. It's giving the times when like when slavery when people were trying to brainwash slaves and just like, oh, you're nothing and this, that, here, and the third. And these were the people who became inventors. These were the people who obviously a lot of people would have been nothing without. So I don't I don't want to label myself as a slave, but I just that I'm not going to ignore or minimize exactly what I've been treated as and mistreated as. So yes. So there it is. All right, I'm about to go do some work. This, that, and the third. Ah, definitely thirsty. Thirsty some more. Earlier today when I was talking to you guys, I was like still a little bit more sleepier and just waking up now. Right now I'm in the opposite way where I am a little sleepy. But I got work to do and I'm just more mellow because it's raining and I had just took a shower. I'm in my PJs and I'm just more like chill. I didn't have like a drink. I'm actually about to have me like a little bit of dessert and yeah, about to take it down. About to take it down. So all right, I will chat with you all later. Um definitely staying out of the mess as per usual. And yeah, just doing me.